I've been so bored all day. I'm trying to think of something to do because this whole quarantine business is just so annoying. I'm home way too much. I need to figure something out to do because I'm getting really bored of just doing the same things over and over. I need to try and do something else or I'm going to go freaking crazy. I really, really, really need to figure out what to do. Well, I do know one person that might be able to save me from this pandemic. Let's see if he'll do anything good.
Hey chef, do you know if there's anything I can do? Because I'm bored as hell right now and I want to do something different. Do you have any ideas?
Ugh. You're bored with something? Well, how about you actually do something with your life and maybe make a YouTube video or something? I don't know, do something about like your favorite games or something like that. Because I'm trying to cook my favorite food right now. Iron in the microwave. Ugh. Do that while I'm busy, because I'm busy right now.
Wow, that's actually not a too bad of an idea, chef. I'm actually quite impressed. Well, there's my solution. So let's do that. So the first game that is one of my favorite games, and probably my favorite 3D platformer, and my favorite mainline Mario game is Super Mario Odyssey. I love this game so freaking much. Ever since I first played it, it's just one of my favorite Mario game of all time.
This game just has so many good things about it, and I don't even know what it is that just makes me like it. Maybe it's just the amazing controls, maybe it's the unique gameplay, maybe it's the fact that it isn't as linear as that of Super Mario 3D World and there's actual sandbox world. Maybe it's the fact that the story is a little bit more interesting. Maybe it's those visuals. I really don't know. I don't know. There is just so much to love about this game. It's so much fun to play. And this is one of the very few games I actually 100%ed. Yeah, I got every single Power Moon, every single costume, every single purple coin, everything. Absolutely everything. Every single thing, including DLC outfits as well. I have everything. The fact that I don't do that for many games definitely must show how much I freaking love this game.
Next favorite game I love, and my favorite fighting game ever, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I freaking love this game. I love all the Smash Brothers. I love Smash Brothers Melee. I like Brawl. I kind of like Melee in the original. I love Smash 4, but Smash Ultimate is my favorite Smash Brothers of all time, and there are so many reasons why.
It could just be the fact that it's just Smash Brothers again. I mean, Smash is always great, but I don't know. There's something about this game that really speaks to me. And it's probably just the amount of fan service they have. So many characters with so many different playstyles, even though some of them are clones, or in this case, Echo Fighters. There are so many unique characters, and some of them play so weirdly, like how Inkling uses an actual, like, ink meter, just like in the original game. How Joker has to actually unleash Arsene using a certain meter. There's so many unique ways to make the game so different. And this game is just so much fun to play, and those visuals. Oh, and the fact that this game does have a decent enough single player story mode. I mean, World of Light isn't really going to blow any minds, but it's definitely cool, and I love the spirits. I love just fighting the spirits and just getting new ones. They're just so cool, and definitely a good replacement for their trophies. And there's just so much stuff to do. Even though a lot of it is just normal Smash matches, I still love this game an awful lot.
Next favorite game, my favorite RPG, I've made it kind of obvious before, but Persona 5. I love Persona 5, and Royal is such a good counterpart as well. Haven't beaten it yet, I'll do a review on it, whatever, but for the time being, Persona 5 is probably my favorite RPG of all time. I haven't really played any of the other Persona games, but there is so much to love about this game.
I've already mentioned a lot of stuff in my review on Persona 5 on why I love this game so much, but I'll just give you the Spark Notes version of it. I love the visuals. They're so good. This is probably one of the best looking games ever made. It is so stylish and so cool and well animated. Yeah, I love the story. Even though the story does get a little bit weird at the end, I still like the story's overall idea. I love the idea of just rebelling against a rotten society. I really like that. The gameplay is so good. Definitely better than Persona 4 Golden, because I did start playing that game a while ago. And while it is a fun game, Persona 5 has so much better dungeon design. It isn't just random floors over and over, that's saved for mementos, but there's so much to love. I love the gameplay, the battles are so much fun to fight in. I love the social simulator and just reality-like thing. I don't know. There's so much stuff to love about this game that I could go on about this all day. I mean, yeah. But overall, Persona 5 is probably one of my favorite games of all time, and this could be in potentially my top 3 games of all time. This game blew my mind, and this is the game that made me get a PlayStation 4. I wasn't gonna get one, but this game was giving me the stink eye, so I gave into temptation, and what a game.
My next favorite game, and I just want to choose one out of the entire series, but I am choosing Luigi's Mansion 3. I could have put all the Luigi's Mansion games here because every single one I think is amazing and could be my favorite one. But I wanted to only choose one for this video, and I decided on Luigi's Mansion 3. This is probably the most replayable Luigi's Mansion game to me ever. There's so much to this game, and there are so many reasons why I love this game so much.
Like I've said it before, I've mentioned a lot of this stuff in my Ultimate Luigi's Mansion 3 re-review and my old Luigi's Mansion 3 review, but there is so much to love about this game. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. Because it's so Luigi's Mansion, but it's just so much fun. It might just be the fact that the gameplay is probably the best we've seen of Luigi's Mansion at this point forward. There's so much to love about the gameplay. The game looks amazing. Probably one of the best looking Mario games ever made, possibly. The animation is so good, and there's so many cutscenes. Jesus, I mean, at this point, just make next level games. Just make a Luigi's Mansion movie. Why don't you just make them do that? They seriously could just do that at this point. The game is so good to look at. The controls are so responsive, and the game is just so interesting. I don't know. And I know a lot of people like to say otherwise about this game and point out its flaws, and the game isn't perfect, but to be honest, this is probably one of the best games that Nintendo has possibly ever made. This is like the peak of Nintendo quality, as Arlo has put. And easily one of my favorite games of all time.
My next favorite game, and my favorite racing game of all time, is Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah. These two games are my favorite, but if I had to choose one over the other, it's probably Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just because I can play it on the go and there's so much more to the game. But both versions of Mario Kart 8 are so solid, and there are so many reasons I love this game. As much as it is, I love it.
I don't know what it is, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just so much fun for me to play. It's just, again, it's one of those kind of games that is just so much fun to play, but it's also so much fun to play with friends. This is probably my favorite multiplayer game, like couch multiplayer game, if you don't include Smash Brothers. Mario Kart is just so good, and Mario Kart 8 is just so much fun, so many characters, even though there's a lot of clones in there, so many courses, and a refined battle mode. Honestly, I don't really know what else to really say about this game. It's just pure Mario Kart, and it's so much fun. If you haven't played this game before, well, get on that. I mean, I don't know how you haven't, but this is easily my favorite racing game of all time.
And would you look at that, we've got another kind of tie with two games. I decided to choose both of them for this series just because they're so similar to one another, unlike Luigi's Mansion games. And for this one, I'm going to be including both Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. I'm going to be including both of these games because they're so similar to one another, and there's so many things that makes me like Splatoon 2 over Splatoon 1, and so many things that I think Splatoon 1 did better than Splatoon 2.
Both games are just so similar that I can't really choose one over the other, because on the one hand, Splatoon 2 is a better version of Splatoon 1. It has a lot more content, plus the Octo expansion, which easily makes that much more distinct. But Splatoon 1 did do everything first, so yeah. And I just think Splatoon 1 did have some better music, but both games are so much fun to play. The gameplay is so good. Definitely my favorite shooter kind of game of all time, if you don't count something like GTA, but I wouldn't consider that strictly a shooter. There's so much to love. The gameplay is just so much fun and so innovative, with the idea of just swimming in your ink and splatting other players and just covering the most turf you can, or whatever your goal is. Salmon Run, which is just so much fun. The single player campaigns kind of differ depending on the game, but they're always fun to play around in, and just overall the games look so amazing, and great music and great gameplay, and online that actually works. You've got yourself a really good game.
And then my favorite game of at least the open world games, and probably one of my favorite games on PS4 alone, and I don't have a visual here, Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is my favorite open world game ever, and I don't really think I need to explain it because you guys already probably know that I love the game so much.
Seriously, did anybody not expect me to mention this game? Seriously, this is the game that I played the most whenever I stream. And there's a very easy reason why. This game is just fun as heck. There's so much to do. You can just play the game story, you can play the online, and there's so much to do within them. You can go golfing, you can rob stores, you can get a wanted level on you and see if you can avoid it, you can cause mass destruction. So much to do. It is probably one of my favorite games ever, and definitely is another game that can go in my top 3 games of all time. It's definitely my most played PS4 game, at least I think. I'm not entirely sure, but probably. Seriously, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's just so good. It's basically a game I can play any day of the week, at any time, and it will be fun. It's not like I have to be in a specific mood or anything. I can play it when I'm happy, I can play it when I'm angry. It's such a good stress reliever. So much to do, so much. The game looks amazing, and so much good gameplay. I love this game so much. GTA 5 is definitely one of my favorite PS4 games of all time. And those are my favorite games of all time. Honestly, there's a lot more games that I love. This is only a handful of games that I really love, and definitely my top picks for my favorite games ever. But let me know in the comment section if you guys agreed with me. And I couldn't really rank them at all because it's just way too hard. They're so different in so many different ways that I can't really rank them in any way. So I thought just the list format would be better. So yeah, but anyways, let me know in the comment section if you guys agree with my picks. And if this is your first time watching any of my videos, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.
It's showtime! Did you enjoy the show? Well, time for the highlight.